In a unanimous decision, New York City's Department of Health agreed. Parents must first give their written consent before allowing Moyles to perform a controversial part of the Jewish circumcision ritual.
We have clearly identified that one specific procedure that's performed as part of some circumcisions, what we're calling direct oral suction, can be transmitting infections to infants.
The new regulations, the first in the country, come after health officials identified 11 babies who contracted herpes from the oral part of the circumcision. 2 of them died. The Centers for Disease Control has stated the procedure is not safe.
Not only is it a safe method, it's the safest method.
Rabbi William Handler calls this a direct attack on the ultra-Orthodox Jewish community and its customs, and says government is overstepping its bounds. Cantor Philip Sherman says he's performed more than 20,000 circumcisions, 6 just today. He says this is not about Jewish tradition, but rather everyone's well-being.
Now, today, we know that germs can be transferred, diseases can be transferred from the baby to the moil, from the moil to the baby. So therefore, you can continue this custom by using a sterile tube, a gauze pad, and the rest of the bris is fine.
For Jewish parents, the bris is one of the first religious rites for their baby boys, a circumcision. But there's one kind of bris in ultra-Orthodox communities that's causing some alarm.
It's not healthy. I mean, nowhere it's written you have to that kind of procedure.
The practice is called masitza b'peh, where a moil uses his mouth to suck blood away from the baby boy's genitals after circumcision. Problem is, the Centers for Disease Control released a recent study showing 11 New York City babies got herpes after this kind of bris between 2000 and 2011. 2 died and 2 suffered brain damage. This Brooklyn man with 50 grandchildren is still not concerned.
But you can't change the tradition that we have for thousands and thousands of years because something happened.
Do you think that moils should be tested for herpes before they perform that bris?
I'm not a rabbi, I can't answer you that question.
Last September, a Brooklyn boy who was only 2 weeks old died here at Maimonides Medical Center just a few days after he underwent the circumcision ritual. The medical examiner later ruled that he died of herpes simplex virus type 1. And just last week, an Orange County baby was diagnosed with herpes and transferred to New York Presbyterian Hospital. It's not a subject most in the ultra-Orthodox communities want to talk about. You know how they do a bris when a little boy is...
No.
You can't talk about the bris?
No.
One moil named Yitzhak Fisher was banned by the State Health Department in 2007 after he was linked to 3 herpes infections, including that in a twin boy who died. A concerned Orthodox community member claims he's still doing bris and says she recorded him on the phone earlier this year.
No, I can only do it in Russian. It's nothing to worry about.
Ultra-Orthodox rabbis are said to be resisting a city proposal that parents sign a waiver before their infants get the oral suction bris. The worried community member recorded another moil who claims this is how he sterilizes.
What I do usually is I pour wine on it. I use strong wine. Wine is alcoholic.
Unfortunately, that's not enough to kill the herpes virus, which is carried by 54% of all people in the U.S. and can be fatal to a baby with an underdeveloped immune system. I'm Mary Murphy, Pix 11 News.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו בתר ציוונו על המילה.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להכניסו בביתו של אברהם אבינו. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו בזמן הזה.
ציוונו להכניסו בביתו של אברהם אבינו.